Buenos días y bienvenidos. Hoy vamos a hablar del verbo estar. El verbo estar. Para empezar, los pronombres. So I'm not going to spend a ton of time on los pronombres because there are other videos I have talking about los pronombres. The important thing to know is this chart. If you are not familiar with this chart, go back, watch a different video, make sure you're familiar with how the different people are spread out among singular, plural, and first, second, and third person. One thing to note here, we're going to see in the very next slide, is that this chart used for los pronombres is directly linked to verbs. We use the exact same chart, the first, second, and third person concept, and the singular and plural concept, all when we're conjugating a verb. So, para este verbo, estar. So estar significa to be. It is not our only verb meaning to be, which is why in the next slide we will be talking about when we specifically use estar. But first, let's discuss the conjugations. We have estoy, estás, está, estamos, estáis, están. All right. Note that they're all linked to a person. Okay. Yo estoy, tú estás, él está, ella está, nosotros estamos, vosotros estáis, etc. All right. We still have first person singular. Estoy means I am. Estás, you are. With these two, you don't actually need to use that person because these two, estoy and estás, will only go with their respective person. You're not going to have different people with these. However, with third person, remember everything that's not me or you, it's going to go in third person. So you do need to specify who you're talking about, what you're talking about when you say está or están. All right. So if we go through here, we see he or she is, formal you are, we are, y'all are, they are, formal yous are. Okay. So just to keep in mind that these things are all connected, all right? So you can memorize estoy, estás, está, estamos, estáis, están, and what they mean, but it is also really important to understand and note how these are used with the people in that first, second, third person, and the singular and the plural. It will help you in your further conjugations in the future with new verbs. All right, finally, when do we use estar? So like I said, there are different words meaning to be. We use tener in some senses. Tener means to have, but if we say I am cold or I am hungry, that's going to be tener. The other popular, only other verb meaning to be is ser. For the verb estar, as an overarching rule, and not forever, it's not going to be something that is only used in this way, but as an overarching rule, we're going to say that estar is used for things that can change quickly. So feelings or emotions, I can be happy one minute and sad the very next minute. So, ¿cómo estás? Estoy bien. Estoy triste. Estoy contenta. All of those things are going to be emotions or feelings, and that will go with estar. Position or location. Here, ¿dónde estás? Where are you at currently in this moment? Where are you at? That can change. Estoy en la clase. Más tarde, estoy en la casa. All right, that is something that changes. This is not a forever rule. Please note that it's not a forever rule. There are some times when we use estar or ser where it seems a little counterintuitive with the whole idea of changing or not changing. But feelings and emotions, position and location, both those things can change. So that being said, we're going to just remember feelings and emotions estar, position, location estar. The final one is an ongoing action or ing. It's also called the present progressive. This is not a super common thing to use in Spanish. We use it in English all of the time, but in Spanish, it's just not as common. It's more common to use present tense. But I am walking, estoy caminando. I am eating, estoy comiendo. So this is something that we can use in Spanish. It's more common to say in English. In Spanish, we would likely just use the present tense. But it is good to know that that ongoing action or the ing would be used with estar.